Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to episode number 3131. 3131 of the Good Point Bro podcast. I held up a quick 32. Premature. I've always been a premature guy.
Oh, nice.
All right, guys.
And that is our ad for today.
Yeah.
If you struggle with
Yeah. Get, what's it called? That Steve does, all of them do? The little...
Manscaped?
No. The pills.
Nugenics?
No, bro.
I don't know.
The pills that Steve has.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think it's red, though. It is a blue pill, yeah, but it's red.
Adam would know.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Mama. All right, anyway. We're going to move over to the NFL. We're going to go ahead and get right into Monday Night Football. Today is Monday. If you're watching this outside of TikTok, it's Tuesday, so you'll be able to, I guess, immediately hear if we were right or wrong. But for those on TikTok, we're going to give you guys our picks, specifically on the betting line. We got the 49ers versus Arizona.
Is Kyler Murray going to be back for that?
It lists him as questionable, as well as DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I know Colt McCoy's done well for them, though. I think he's like 2-1 as a starter. Something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But anyway, the line is pretty nuts. They got the points is San Francisco's favored by 10. And then the money line, we got minus 480 on San Fran, plus 360 on Arizona. So, Cam, if you want to go ahead and make your picks, and then we'll switch Adam in here.
I'm going to say I would take 49ers to win, but to not cover 10. Because I think it's just going to be probably a closer game at Arizona. And the 49ers don't have a great offense. So I don't think they're just going to blow them out.
Okay.
Because if you win by more than 10 in the NFL, it's really a blowout.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's going to happen. So I would bet 49ers win, but does not cover the spread.
So just Arizona points.
Yeah, Arizona points.
Cool. All right, Cam. So no money line for you? You're staying away from that one?
I would
Just
bet
straight up?
I would bet 50 on the Cardinals to win, and then I'd win 180 if I bet 50.
Wait, no. What was the?
It was plus 360 for Arizona. So if I bet 50, then I would win 180, right? Yeah, I would do that.
If you bet 100, you'd win.
Yeah, 360. Yeah.
Yeah, I would bet 50. And
You throw 50 in on the Cardinals and then
Yeah.
however much on the points? How much on the points?
I'd have to bet 100 to get what for the points?
Just 110. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm not betting that.
No, you would have to bet 55 to 150.
Yeah, I would. If I was to make a bet, I'd bet 50 on Arizona to win 180.
That's it.
Yes. I'm not betting that. If I'm winning,
I don't like that one. But anyway, let's go ahead and
Why?
get Adam in here. Adam's our Las Vegas insider. So we got Adam here. If you remember Adam, he was on whatever episode. Talked about
episode 28.
Was it 28?
28, yeah.
Talked about Steve Rogers, who's also known as Captain America for those who needed to Google that.
But yeah, so as I was saying, we got Arizona. We got San Fran.
Yes.
10-point swing. What you got?
I'm going to go with I'm going to take the points with Arizona if I was making a play, which now I might have to just because this is going out to the world.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Exactly. It's fun to just say this is what I would do, this is what I wouldn't do. I'm just saying 10 points is a lot.
Yeah.
And they're interdivisional like rivals. It's in Arizona, I believe. All that stacked up. Last time I watched Garoppolo on primetime, which was a Monday night game, even though he did play one after once and he won, he ran out of the end zone,
Yeah.
which actually cost me $120. So,
And you bet on him to beat the Falcons. Didn't the Falcons beat them as well?
yes, yeah, you guys told me to stop betting on Jimmy. So maybe this is when he gives me all my money back and he wants to be a nice guy and come back. So I'm gonna do that. But you could also look at I pulled up some like player ones. If you went with McCaffrey over 63.5 rushing yards, might be a play as well.
Yeah, dude, the NFL is really starting to run the ball too.
And he's just such a sick weapon.
I cannot believe that's the over-under.
No, it is. I'm looking at it right now.
I would
Yeah.
bet over on that.
So
And
McCaffrey,
actually, the receiving yards is 36.5 as well. But that's minus 130. So they're saying that there's a good chance that that's going to hit because they want you to pay a premium to get that price.
so we're saying in Arizona points,
Arizona points.
and then McCaffrey rush
over.
yards.
We'll do rush yards because receiving he might. I mean, they'll probably throw some fun stuff to him, but 63 is a lot for a receiver or a running back to get as receiving. So we'll do 63.5 rushing yards.
Yeah,
And then we do the points with Arizona.
I like it.
So that's it. So right here, you heard it first, maybe second, because you might have watched this and now you're watching this clip. We're doing Arizona plus 10, and we're going to do McCaffrey over 63.5 rushing yards. Bank it.
It's gonna happen.
It is.
It's gonna happen. I appreciate you, Bubba.
Am I going to have to put like a parlay on that? I can
Do your thing, man.
Just roll it?
What, your wallpaper?
Yeah.
Bryce, you switched off the LeBron?
No, LeBron.
Yeah, the LeBron for a while.
Yeah.
With that shirt. If you're reading this, you can't guard me.
Oh, yeah.
You
That
love
was
that
fun.
one.
That was clean because it was like the Drake album.
Yeah. If you're reading this, it's too late.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed Adam. We got our Monday Night Football picks in. We're going to move on in the NFL. The Cowboys absolutely obliterated the Vikings, making the Vikings look like little children. They didn't look like they were in the same game. Looked like a college football team out there. So
I think that probably is really good for the Vikings, especially after the Bills win. You probably get like a big head, and you think you're about to run the table in the NFC, and then the Cowboys just come in and eat your lunch and destroy you. So they'll probably get back to it. And I don't think the Vikings are like done after that.
it's like that Conor McGregor hype tape where he goes, "I saw a new mean in him."
Yeah.
That's what it's about to be for the Vikings. I think the Vikings are not it. I think they're overhyped. I think their record's better than they are. I think they didn't really play anybody. And then they got to win against the Bills, who honestly beat themselves. And then, like, now they're a one-loss team, and everyone's like, oh, shoot, they're for real. But I think they won a good game. I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender. And as bad as the NFC is, I don't see them winning the NFC either. So, yeah. If I had to say even between them and Tampa Bay in a game in the playoffs, I'm still taking Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay's kind of figured it out a little bit. I think Tom Brady, Giselle, cheated on my boy. And
That's a new mean in him.
And he's back. And
that video applies to Tom Brady more.
Yeah.
After Giselle, are they officially divorced?
I think so. But
Are you kidding me? That is insane. Like, is that not the most insane story ever? Like this.
Bro, so listen to this timeline. So
famous-
this Giselle is trying to get him to retire for years, right? He retires. She's been cheating on him for a year, and he goes, "You know what? Like,
she cheated on him?
yeah,
With who?
her jiu-jitsu instructor.
Oh my god.
They're dating right now. They started dating 2 weeks after officially.
Holy crap.
So it's all but confirmed. So basically, he'll
never retire now.
She was trying to get him to retire for years. She finally gets him to retire. He comes home. She's been cheating on him for a year, and he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back, and just goes back. They filed for divorce. She's dating this new jiu-jitsu guy that does, they wrestle together and get sweaty or whatever. And
That is so freaking
now,
stupid.
Tom's back at it.
That reminds me of the GTA, in GTA when Michael's wife, I don't know if you played GTA, but I'm sure everybody who watches this did. Michael's wife cheats on him with her yoga instructor.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing.
But
you gotta be careful with that, dude. No yoga or jiu-jitsu instructors.
For real.
Those guys are freaking.
I've never really wanted Tom Brady to win a Super Bowl, but this is the one where I was like, I'll be like, good for you, buddy.
What if he just gave the finger to Giselle on TV?
I don't know, bro. I think he might just.
He'll never retire.
This is the Super Bowl where if he wins, I'm just gonna be like, congrats, bro.
He's not gonna win the Super Bowl. There's no shot.
I said that before about Tom
I
Brady.
mean,
Max Kellerman said this is the end of Tom Brady.
yeah, that was like 5 years ago.
He'd go on to throw 45 touchdowns at 45 years old.
He won 3 Super Bowls since he said that. I think.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That is crazy.
But yeah, dude, I didn't know that that's what happens. I just thought Tom Brady, she was just super upset at him for never retiring, and then
that's what everyone thought till literally this week.
that's what it came out this week.
Yeah. They were on vacation
What were
together.
the comments
The
on
jiu-jitsu
that?
guy. Basically the same thing I just said.
Like Tom Brady's about to.
Like they're rooting for him. City boys up. City boys up.
He's never gonna retire now. What does he have?
He said he wanted to play till 50 before he got retired. So, or wait, hold on. He wanted to play till 50.
Like a few years ago, he said that. I remember that.
Adam just sent me money. He put money on both the things he said on the pod.
Nice. Show it to the camera. Or will we even see it?
It won't even adjust. I don't want to mess up the focus.
Oh.
We're not built like that.
We don't have the guy.
We're
like
not Brad.
actually doing
Yeah,
camera
that
for
too.
us.
That too. I bet
Yeah.
that helps a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Because the guy who's talking, it zooms in on them. So like, if when you're making clips, it would just already be zoomed in for you. You wouldn't have to do it.
So, Patrick Mahomes.
He is the greatest player I have ever seen in football. Like he just
You gotta quit
does
saying
it.
that. I'm with you. But
I gotta quit
I have
saying
ever
it.
seen is a rough thing to say.
He is the best player I've
No.
ever seen.
Yeah, because you're 18.
I know, but
that's
still,
what I'm saying. Like that's why it's rough.
okay. Football players are better now than ever, right?
I'm just saying. Just go with the best football player ever.
He has had the best start of any player's career ever.
Yeah,
That is a fair thing to say.
They won by 3. It's funny because they were a 5.5 point favorite.
3 touchdowns, 0 picks. He's got 28 touchdowns and 7 picks on the year. He's running away with the MVP. It was a joke that they were trying to compare Josh Allen to Patrick Mahomes, who's undefeated against him in the playoffs at the beginning of the year. They were just trying to usher Josh Allen like he's the best QB in the NFL. It's crazy. Like people just take greatness for granted. He has had the best 5-year start ever. He's 55-15 as a starter in the NFL.
Yeah,
That's insane.
It's nuts.
And it's not like what Tom Brady was doing at the beginning of his career, because Tom Brady wasn't. His teams were great, but he wasn't putting in those. He wasn't doing it individually like Patrick Mahomes
Yeah.
is. Like Patrick Mahomes is putting up crazy stats, so it's a totally different thing. But my takeaway is Patrick Mahomes is just, you lose Tyreek Hill and you get better. It's crazy.
Best team in the NFL. Who you got? You're gonna stick with that?
Yeah, the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL. They're the team to beat.
I think the Eagles are the
You
best
got
team in the
Patrick
NFL.
Mahomes and Travis Kelce. It's like a better version of Brady and Gronk.
Yeah, they're up there. I don't know, man. All right, we got a couple this or that, so we got 3 of them. This or that, number 1, Tua or Herbert?
That's so tough. I guess I'm going Tua right now because Tua is just leading that. Is he still leading the NFL in QBR? Or
Yeah,
is Pat
second.
Mahomes? He's second now
I want to say.
to Pat Mahomes. But Tua's playing out of his mind, and the Dolphins are winning. But, I mean, Herbert's really good, and he's been kind of injured this year, and he's had a lot of injuries. But right now I'd go Tua, but that's a tough one. Herbert's right there.
Patrick Mahomes is second in QBR to
You
Tua.
can't go mad either way.
Tua is the only player in the NFL with 80 or higher
Yeah, that's crazy.
QBR.
But if Herbert was on the Dolphins with those guys,
Yeah, how much
He
does his
would-
team play into it?
yeah, he would definitely be doing the same thing, I think.
Tua has 2,200 yards, 18 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Yeah, it's super good. He's second in the MVP to me right now.
And he'd probably just have even better because he's second in interceptions and he's 5th in touchdowns, 1st in QBR,
And he's missed 3 games.
and he's missed 2.5 games.
Yeah, 2.5. That's crazy.
Okay, so this or that, Tua or Herbert. I got to take Tua. He's just unreal to start the season. The Dolphins do not lose when Tua starts the game and plays it all the way through. They just don't lose. You can say like his pieces around him are just super beneficial, and they are. They're one of the best weapons. They're probably the best wide receiver duo in the NFL. But I just think that when you look at how bad they lost without him, and how easily and how efficient they are with him, to me, he's the MVP. This or that, Derrick Henry or Chubb.
Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is
2 for 2 on the Bama boys.
Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry. I mean, he can actually carry an offense. And the Browns are what? 3-11? Or no, not that. They're like 3 and they've only won 3 games.
Yeah.
And the Titans are actually in it. And Derrick Henry has proven that he can actually carry an offense. So I'm going to go Derrick Henry.
So there's this yin or yang in football. And basically teams will get all the defenses cater to the run, so teams will get better at passing. So then defenses will get better at defending the pass. So then the teams will start rushing again, and that's what we're starting to see right now is an increase in rushing. It's like 4.5 rush yards per attempt right now in the NFL league-wide average, and that is the highest, I want to say, since 2009, maybe even before that. But regardless, teams are starting to run the ball again. Running is going to win games in the NFL now. You're going to start seeing that more and more over the next couple of years, and then it'll kind of switch back. It's similar like that in the MLB. So in the MLB, pitchers used to throw low. Guys started hitting bombs low, so they started to throw high with velo. Players start hitting high pitches, so they start throwing low, like off-speed fastball. It's just like this yin and yang of sports. Like something works, and right now you're going to see an increase in rushing. Rushing is going to matter a lot more. Teams aren't able to defend the rush. When you look at the Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, last year both offenses looked insane. Why? Because they could pass. This year, running is important. What do they both have? The 2 worst rushing attacks in the NFL. What do they both look like? The 2 worst teams. That's just how it's going to look. That's how it's going to work. When you have a team like Derrick Henry on the Titans, I don't think necessarily they can win a Super Bowl, but what I do think is Derrick Henry is going to win you games, and he's going to run efficiently. What I think the Browns didn't do in their last game was run the ball enough. Nick Chubb didn't get enough touches. They lost the game. Overall, between the two, I do think Derrick Henry is a better running back. Just right now, people all over the league, all over every analyst, everyone thought, he's getting older. It's going to be his fall-off year. He was hurt a lot last year. Maybe he's injury-prone again this year. They all lost. They all bombed. He's back, and he's better than ever, or as good as he ever was. And I think it'll just continue to be that way. I don't think Chubb necessarily puts up Derrick Henry numbers, but yeah, so that's my little spiel there.
He gets a lot of touchdowns.
We got one more this or that. This one's still with the running back games, but a little bit more of a dynamic running back. So we got Saquon or Christian McCaffrey.
I got to go Christian McCaffrey because Saquon just gets injured too much. And
Christian missed last year too.
I know, but I'm saying that Saquon, he's missed more games than he's actually played.
Christian McCaffrey's missed a lot of games. Right now, no. It's just right now. Who's better right now?
I guess I'd go Saquon right now.
I'd have to go Saquon. What the Giants look like with him healthy versus what they did last year is remarkable. Christian McCaffrey can't win games for the Panthers. Not that the Panthers are nearly as good as the Giants. They're 100% not. The Giants have way more weapons. But the Giants look like a 4-win team, and then he plays, and they're 7-2. Like, I don't know. And he's making Daniel Jones look like a good QB. Like, what's happening?
I guess Saquon's probably more valuable to his team than Christian McCaffrey is for the 49ers. But people were raving about the 49ers getting Christian McCaffrey and how that was going to put him over the top.
They might.
So, I
it
mean,
might, but if they got Saquon, do you think they would be saying the same thing?
Yeah, I'm sure. But is Saquon as good as a receiver as McCaffrey is?
No, McCaffrey's probably better.
I know that's so.
But Saquon runs the ball way better.
I know, but they already have Deebo Samuel.
What? That's a wide receiver.
No, he's a running back and a wide receiver. He's big. He can actually.
Yeah, but his carries are like 8 a game, if that. He does not get carries.
So you think Saquon would be a better fit for the 49ers than McCaffrey?
Yeah, I think he'd be a better fit, but that doesn't take away from McCaffrey. He's an insane weapon. He's top 4 running back. Those are the top 4 running backs, in my opinion. All 4 that we just said. Chubb, Henry, Saquon, and C-Mac.
Yeah.
Those are my top 4. Let's move over to college football. I hate to break it to you guys. I know a lot of you guys hate Alabama, and you're tired of seeing them win. But they're going to win the national title this year.
Wait, I want to explain this. I really want to explain this.
Let's just go to college football rankings. Let's look up the rankings. So right here we got the college football rankings. We have Georgia 1, Ohio State 2. Those 2 are sitting pretty. They're going to stay there.
Georgia will make it.
Michigan 3. TCU 4, USC 5. Both ticking time bombs. One of them's going to drop it. Probably both.
USC will lose to Notre
LSU's
Dame.
losing to Georgia. Clemson jumped Bama in the AP. Didn't jump him in the coaches. We'll have to see tomorrow whether the college football committee likes him or not. Regardless, I like South Carolina over Clemson next week.
That's a ridiculous thing to say.
So what
They
that
won
means
40
is
straight at Clemson.
what that mean. Yeah, how many times does Tennessee beat South Carolina in a row?
Dude, I'm just saying Clemson's won 40 straight games at home.
Spencer Rattler is on the moon.
You
He
can't.
played like the best QB
I
in
know
college
you
football.
can't bet on South Carolina at all. They're going to be so unpredictable.
They
They
are,
could go
but
out
I
there and
like
get
them in this
smacked.
game.
I don't
The
know.
Clemson's offense is trash. Trash. Their defense is the only way that they stay in this game. And with how, like, obviously their defense is better than Tennessee's. That's what's going to save them. Their defense is better. Their offense sucks. And the way that Tennessee dropped 30 whatever on South Carolina, I could see Clemson not being able to score that much, even with Hooker going down. And because
Well, Clemson, or not Clemson, South Carolina does have really good corners, and they have one of the best corner in Cam Smith. So they have a good pass defense.
I have Georgia staying at 1 till the end of the year. Ohio State staying at 2 till the end of the year. Michigan loses. We'll just wait that out. TCU loses, right? They're out.
TCU lose to? Who do they play?
They play Kansas
Iowa
State.
State this
Iowa
week.
State, you're right. Which is still a good game. Regardless,
Yeah,
they
it's
still have
gonna
the
be
Big 12
close.
championship game. I think they drop one. I think they can't just keep winning by 2 and just
And then
making it all the way
TCU,
through.
you think is out?
So TCU's out with a loss. Yeah, they're out with a loss. Yeah, USC loses. I think Oregon wins the Big 12 with 2 losses. They're out, so the Big 12's out.
The Big
Or
12's
Pac-12,
gonna,
Pac-12. Sorry.
The Pac-12 is going to be out when they lose to Notre Dame. They're going to lose to Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's a tougher game for them than Oregon is.
I didn't even know they played Notre Dame. The last
They
time
play
were.
Notre Dame this week. USC does.
So
They'll
I
lose to
like
Notre Dame.
I like that. And then LSU dropping to Georgia. That means that every team I just named now has 1 or 2 losses and they're out of the playoff. So the teams that can take their place are potentially 2-loss champions, such as Oregon
Or Alabama.
or Alabama.
And who is the committee gonna put in a 2-loss Oregon
or
Pac-12
who
champion? or
lost to
Alabama?
Georgia by 46.
Yeah, they're gonna put in Alabama. You guys are gonna cry, and then Bama's gonna beat Georgia because there's no pressure. Listen, you guys are idiots. You think that Alabama, who lost 2 games on it's the hardest sport to win on the road is college football by far. There's 100,000 plus people in the stadiums, more than any other sport easily. You think Alabama, who has, when they rank the talent, Alabama's the most talented team in the country, is not going to play Georgia at least close in the playoff when they have no pressure? All the pressure's on Georgia. We're the hunter now. We're not the hunted. So, I mean, to think that Bama would get wiped by Georgia is idiotic. Who just beat Kentucky by 16-6. Like, I don't know. Like, Georgia maybe can flip a switch. Like, it seems like
This
they
is the
did
thing
that
about
against
Georgia.
Tennessee. But they're not like an elite team, bro. They're not like a 2020 Bama, 2019 LSU, 2018 Clemson.
Not
They're
even
those
2021
teams.
Georgia.
Yeah,
not
they're-
even that.
Yeah, defensively they're not. Well, defensively they're really good. I don't know. I think they're about the same. Maybe Stetson is a little better than last year.
I think they're more talented last year, and they had guys that were there longer and knew the offenses and defenses better. I mean, especially defenses. Their offense, they lost, and people forget Pickens was their 1 last year.
Yeah, he was really
and
good.
he's insane, and they don't have that. And think about how much he went off in the title game.
Yeah, he caught the most important catch.
Yeah, who's catching that right now? McCauley.
He's like a slot guy, so no.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that Alabama could expose Georgia.
And Bowers played last year.
Do you
He was a
want,
freshman, but he
like,
played.
even if you're not an Alabama fan, do you want TCU to make it and then get beat by 50 by Georgia? Do you want that, or would you rather these guys lose, who you know is going to lose to Georgia, and then have Bama and at least be a good game? Like, that's why the 12-team playoff is so much better. because
Scenario number 3.
USC is going to beat by 40 as well.
This is the
By
one that
Georgia.
that got you the other day.
Okay.
My scenario number 3. So we'll go through it again. Georgia wins the SEC undefeated. Ohio State wins the Big Ten undefeated. Absolutely demolishes Michigan. Makes them look like kids. TCU loses. USC loses. LSU loses to Georgia. Clemson wins out. Bama wins out. Now we have
So Bama wins
Georgia.
one game.
Now we have Georgia at 1, Ohio State at 2, Clemson at 3, Alabama at 4. The 4 most hated teams in college football.
Yeah, that'd be the greatest thing ever.
The college playoff.
I think that Clemson and Ohio State would be a solid game. I mean, I think everybody's vulnerable. Like, look at the game that Ohio State and Michigan just played. Michigan just almost lost at home to Illinois, and Ohio State just almost lost on the road to Maryland. Like, these teams aren't invincible.
You want to know this?
What?
Do you think Notre Dame's gotten better throughout the year?
Absolutely, yeah.
They played Ohio State close week 1.
Yeah.
Before they beat Clemson.
I don't think Ohio State's that good. I don't think Michigan's that good. I don't think the Big Ten's good. I don't think they're good. I think the SEC is
what do you think,
is by far the best. I think South Carolina could beat Michigan. I think South Carolina could beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the truth. Like, have these teams come down to the SEC. It's different. It's different.
It means more.
That's the best
it just means
tag.
more.
It just because it does just mean more, and you obviously see it when they play games. So I'm gonna say this right: like Bama has a good chance to make the playoffs because these teams will lose.
Bama's winning the national title.
USC will lose. TCU will lose. TCU's like, do you want to see TCU win the playoff and get beat by 40? Like, do you want to see that?
We're not going back there. We're moving over to the NBA. I don't want to cyclical this. Moving over to the NBA. You good? You good?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to start out. Brooklyn Nets. Kyrie makes his return after the suspension. We're going to focus on this game a little bit. Ben Simmons, 11 for 13, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Is he finally settled in, figured it out? But we're going to start with Kyrie.
I mean, they beat the Grizzlies, who didn't have Morant or Desmond Bane.
By 12.
Yeah. So that win means nothing to me.
No, but just how are they, like...
How are they going to fit together?
Yeah, do you think it all works out? Do you think Kyrie, he did that in 26 minutes as well?
I think
14 points in 26 minutes.
I think that they will be like a 6. They'll be a play-in team, maybe the 6 seed.
They're one game from 500.
Yeah. I think they'll be a play-in team or the 6 seed by the end of the year, and they're not getting past they can beat any team in the East, I think, in a 7-game series besides the Bucks or the Celtics. The East is going to come down to the Bucks or the Celtics for sure. They're a level above them.
Yeah. I'm glad Kyrie's back. I think the NBA did a little bit too much, but he came back. And
that was ridiculous.
He played fine. I mean, he didn't play great. Obviously, you can't expect him to. Their coach said before the game, like, oh, he'll play where he fits in. Like, it's Kyrie, he fits in. He just fits in wherever.
It's like the league's trying to do a Kaepernick on him. Like, I feel like they're like trying to get him out of the league.
Yeah, it's weird.
I think they're like done with him. But I mean, yeah, a lot of players, and like Stephen A. Smith was calling that out about how egregious the rules were for him to come back. I mean, that's ridiculous. I personally, like, as far as the NBA, there's so many turnoffs with the NBA because of how political they get.
Yeah.
I understand what Kyrie said was dumb, and like that's fine, but the NBA just turns off so many people because it's so politicized.
Yeah, I agree. And then Ben Simmons, congrats, buddy. But I mean, it doesn't hold much weight to me.
When Ben Simmons,
I'm glad that he was 11 for 13, but
what happens when he gets to the playoffs and
he's had such terrible performances that
he was averaging 6 points, like 6, and like 3.
He's averaging 6.9 or 7.9, 6.8, and 5.7 right now.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll get up to like over 10 points a game, but
he had 15 on Thursday, and then 22 Sunday.
In the playoffs, I feel like he's gonna become a liability because it's basically just gonna be a 4-on-5 offensively.
Offensively?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He was an all-star just hitting layups and averaging 16. And
I know, but what happened in the playoffs?
Well, he'll just have to become a lot more of a facilitator in the playoffs.
I'm just saying he has no threat down the stretch in games. He can't hit free throws. He's scared
no,
to hit
but
free throws.
he used to be similar to Giannis.
He just needs to be a
driving and
lockdown.
body people.
I know. He just needs to be a straight
body.
lockdown defender and try to lock up the opposing team's best player.
Well, if he's creating shots for Seth Curry and Harris, then, I mean, whatever.
I know, but they don't even have to guard him at all at the three-point line, so he can't create those shots.
Yeah, he drives.
I know, but
And he needs to work on that midi.
He needs to. He's actually right-handed. He should have said like, because I remember there was rumors he was going to switch to right hand. He should have just said screw it and done it because he's not going to lose anything. Because his shot is so bad.
He's right-handed and he keeps shooting with his left?
Yeah.
Why?
His dad wanted him to be a left-handed shooter. He should just switch and see like if he's better.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, I know.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I didn't know that. That's super weird. How long have you done that? A while?
I saw it like a couple months ago.
Klay Thompson goes crazy.
Yeah,
11 for 13 from 3, I think.
Yeah, good for him. But it was kind of funny, like when Charles Barkley said he's not the player he used to be, and then Klay was like crying about it. You know what I'm talking about at the post game?
No.
You didn't see that?
10 for 13, sorry.
He was just like, man, I tore my Achilles and my ACL. Like, just give me a chance. Let me come back. But like,
and then he dropped like, 41.
I know. No, this was a while ago.
But like, I'm just saying.
But like, I'm happy for him. But he needs to quit crying about that stuff. Just
play.
Yeah, just play. Like, stop like letting everything get in your head.
Yeah, I mean that's something that
it'd be like KD.
I know, man, but like, just doing this podcast and having no followers, and seeing how much hate we get from nothing, I can't imagine everyone knows your name. Like the amount of hate you get.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
that's
it's
why, like I won't ever. I'm never gonna read the comments. Like that's what Joe Rogan and them talk about. Cause like if you read all the comments, you'll either get 2 up or 2 down.
Yeah, it's easy to get down when anybody can start a podcast.
Yeah.
I guess we should have talked about this a second ago, but Morant's injured again. Do you see this? Like, is this a forever thing in his career?
Well, the way that he plays, I feel like I don't see how he couldn't, because he's just one of those like small guards that are super explosive. He's just gonna have ticky-tack injuries like ankle sprains, or like he's gonna pull something, or he's gonna be sore a lot because he just doesn't have the body.
Yeah.
Like when you have someone like LeBron or Jordan who's 6'6", 6'8", they can take those hits.
Right.
But John Morant's like 6'3" and $180.
Right.
That's just he's gonna be.
That's something I said. Do you remember me making that prediction?
Yeah. He's just gonna have. I feel like if he doesn't change the way he plays, like you can still be super explosive. Just don't make it everything in your game.
Yeah.
Like get some more finesse in your game.
I think I specifically said he reminds me of my boy.
That's why Steph Curry's lasted. I mean, I know he's struggled with injuries, but not like crazy. And that's because he's more of a finesse guy. And obviously he's the greatest shooter ever. So
yeah.
But I think John Morant needs to adjust.
All right, last category in the NBA. We got what I like to call the Batman and Robin start bench cut. The reason I say this is because you got a superstar, you got a sidekick. The first duo, Dwayne Wade and LeBron James, won 2 titles together, went to 4 straight NBA Finals. The second one, Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan, 6-0 in the finals together. Yeah. The last one, the dark horse, Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. Batman and Robin, what you got, buddy?
So I'm going to start. Obviously, Jordan and Pippen won 6 titles together. Greatest dynasty in the NBA history. I'm going to bench Wade and LeBron. They went to 4 straight finals. They won 2. The only year that Wade was in his prime was the first year they lost to Dallas because LeBron had his meltdown. The other 3 years, Wade had good like stretches, but he obviously just wasn't in his prime. His body was starting to break down. And then I'm going to go Durant and Curry. They won 2, but they weren't
out
together.
Of 3.
Yeah, they weren't together long enough.
Yeah.
I feel like
and
Wade and LeBron, they won 27 straight games together. Too. They broke the NBA record in 2013. They also beat the Spurs, great team, and then they beat the Thunder.
What did that Warriors team win? Like 67 games, though?
Yeah, and the Wade and LeBron won 66.
So, for my star bench cut, I'm obviously going to start Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. 6-0, 72-10. Yeah, they're it. Probably 2 of the top 3. You could argue top 4 or 5, but in my opinion, 2 of the top 3 players in the whole league at that time.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen is a little bit overshadowed, I think, by Michael Jordan. I think people understand how good Scottie. Like he was a dog. He was the NBA at the time.
He was
He's
the
top
best Robin
second
ever.
in MVP. When Michael Jordan retired after the first time. After that, I got Dwayne. After that, I got Steph Curry and Kevin Durant.
Oh my gosh.
I got Steph. I'm benching Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. Yeah, I just think both of them were in their prime, playing well.
That's true.
I no discredit to LeBron. He was obviously in his prime. Dwayne Wade, just out of it. Just out of it. I think that they win at least 3 of those if Dwayne Wade's fully in his prime. I think they win at least 3. They might win 4. I don't know. They might win all 4. That Spurs team though, I don't know. That Spurs team might beat them anyway. But regardless, I think Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, I don't see them losing. Like I don't even know if they'd lose to the freaking Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan. I don't know if they'd even lose to that. So
yeah, with that team.
I don't know, man. So I'm gonna have to bench Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and I'm gonna cut LeBron and Dwayne Wade. And this is one of those that is just hard, and I don't think there's a right or wrong answer as long as you start Jordan. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move over into the other category. This one's for Josh. Shout out Josh. You guys know Josh. He was on episode 28 with Adam and talked about his movie review. But this one's for him. This is a hot take I told him the other day, and he thought I should say it on the podcast. The Hobbit is better than Lord of the Rings. I don't know. You've seen both of them, haven't you?
No, I've only seen The Hobbit.
Exactly.
It was good.
Point made.
That's because I'm younger.
So I think The Hobbit. I was just talking about, to Adam also about this playing disc golf, but The Hobbit does a great job as a prequel of paying homage to the original movies. It doesn't like try to recreate the world. It just expands on one story within it, and it does a great job of that. If you play the soundtrack from either or, and as long as you don't like strictly remember the scene, I bet it's going to be hard to tell the difference. And that is something that not a lot of movies have. Like if you watch the sequels of Star Wars, there's so many, like the transitions are different. The music is different. The visuals and angles are different. Like it's not Star Wars. Like its own take and spin on Star Wars. Even like the universe is slightly different, but I think that The Hobbit does it perfect, man. And to me, it's more entertaining. Like rarely is there a time in all 3. There's a little bit in 3, but rarely is a time in all 3 of the movies where it's just boring.
Yeah.
It's every sequence is good, every arc is good. So yeah, for me, I think The Hobbit is a better trilogy than Lord of the Rings, and you can take it or leave it. The book's easier to read too, so.
I never read it, so.
The Lord of the Rings movies or books if you wanted to be like locked in a room with a flashlight and you had to read the Lord of the Rings, you'd go crazy actually.
Jeez.
It's like reading the King James
Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got Thanksgiving food top 5. I don't know if you even made one.
No, I mean I'm not a huge fan of Thanksgiving food. I think it's overrated. I think Thanksgiving food's overrated. If I was to have my own Thanksgiving, I would just have like steak and stuff like that. I want to have turkey turkey day. I want to have turkey. I think I'm gonna be real. I think the only 2 foods I really like on Thanksgiving is mac and cheese and mashed potatoes. That's it.
With gravy.
I think my hot take is that Thanksgiving food's overrated.
That's rough, man. Thanksgiving food. My top 5. I got a whole top 5.
All right.
My top 5 Thanksgiving food. I'll start with an honorable mention. My honorable mention is a pie with ice cream, bro. You got that hot pie. Got a scoop of ice cream on top. Yeah, it's good. Number 5, collard greens. Collard greens, enough said. Number 4, dressing. Another honorable mention. I got 2 honorable mentions. We'll just start there. I got 2 honorable mentions. 1, pie with ice cream. You got the hot pie, cold ice cream. Yeah. The other honorable mention is going to be stuffing. That one probably should have made it. That one really, that probably should have made it. But it's an honorable mention.
Stuffing.
Number 5, collard greens. 4, dressing. 3, sweet potato casserole. Before you hate on that one, my grandma's it's cash.
Deviled eggs got to be in there.
2 deviled eggs.
Really? Let's go.
1 honey ham.
Yeah.
That honey ham, boy.
Would you rather have on Thanksgiving that or a bunch of ribeyes?
That.
You're tripping. Oh, I know you would. Would you, the audience, rather have a bunch of ribeyes, mashed potatoes,
A bunch of ribeyes.
you didn't even have mashed potatoes or mac and cheese in there?
Y'all want that bunch of ribeyes?
You didn't have.
I had dressing.
Dude, that's trash. You had collard greens over mashed potatoes and mac and cheese. You're tripping.
Honorable mention: mashed potatoes and mac and cheese.
All right.
You know why they're honorable mentions? Because they're all good, bro. Put them whatever you order you want, bro.
Stuffing's not good.
Stuffing is great.
No.
You know what's not good? Cold potato salad. That's not good. If you make it warm, I'll eat it warm. That's another thing. Potato casserole potato salad is better warm. I don't care what anybody says. It's better warm than cold. I don't know if your grandma's or something. Bro, why would you do that? That makes noise.
Oh.
I don't know if your grandma's or something ever made potato salad or whatever, but it's goated. It's goated warm. Like if your grandma's making it and it's done and she's like, oh, let me put it in the fridge. No, just take a spoonful, try it. It's goated.
I like honey ham a lot more than turkey.
Oh yeah, honey ham's way better than turkey.
Yeah.
It for real is.
Yeah, I know.
If you were to just buy one, I would do honey ham 100%.
Yeah.
Turkey's overrated. Turkey's what's overrated, dude.
Yeah,
Turkey's
turkey
dry.
sucks.
It sucks. It's okay with the
I don't know
dressing
if
on
you
it.
guys have ever had roast, but that's the worst meat of all time.
Yeah.
The worst. Oh, hopefully they don't see that.
Yeah, roast. Yeah. But yeah, I'm a ham guy. And then the next day, when you fry the ham after, you fry the ham in a skillet.
I don't do all that. That's
The next day, you take that ham, you fry it up in the skillet, bro. You make you a little Hawaiian roll sandwich with the leftover Hawaiian rolls. Dang, man, it's the best holiday, bro. I can't wait till Thursday.
Christmas.
So today, this is Monday the 21st. Tomorrow the 22nd. This episode will go live. Wednesday, we'll record our Thanksgiving episode. Maybe we'll get some turkey hats or something, and then that will come out Thanksgiving morning.
All right.
So sit around with your family. Get your grandma, get your grandpas. Y'all sit around. Y'all watch the Thanksgiving special of Good Point Bro Podcast, episode number 32. And enjoy yourselves. Grab you some popcorn, whatever. Grab your Thanksgiving
all the
food.
love.
Yeah.
Our videos
243 subs. We're going to keep saying them at the end of every episode just to watch our growth. So we got 243 right now.
Last podcast,
and,
like 230.
Don't know. Have to go check. 243. We're going to keep going. We got our views are up right now on everything. The universe is rewarding us.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep grinding, keep working hard.
Yep.
All the glory to God, guys. So we can see you guys on Thanksgiving Day, Thanksgiving morning, episode number 32. It's been fun. Y'all stay safe. See ya.
Peace.